Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back.
Hey, you!
And now, it's time to help this guy.
Let's visit the cave.
Come with me.
But no, he insisted he knew better.
It had to happen sooner or later.
That was obvious all along.
One less monster around. All right, friend. Here's the cave. And here's a pick for you. I buried the stuff somewhere in there. X marks the spot. What are you waiting for? Go inside and get the stuff.
What about you then?
Someone has to guard our backs. And now, in you go. One less monster around.
Nothing there.
There's a black goblin here, surrounded with other boys. I want to get rid of him as fast as possible.
Nothing to be had there. Plunder. Nothing to be had there. Nothing there. Valuable statue of Inas. Now, there's a bit of lore behind this statue. In town, if I ask Laris to help me join monastery, ultimately I'm gonna get a quest from the fire magician Darren in town, and he's gonna tell me that his Inas statue was stolen by goblins. These are the goblins who stole his statue. Nothing there. Nothing to be had there.
I don't have that quest yet, but I will get it eventually.
Nothing to be had there. Nothing there. Nothing to be had there.
So this is the place that Greg wants me to dig up.
I think I've found something.
What took you so long? Found anything yet?
Yes, I dug up a small bag of gold.
Give it here.
Here you are.
Great, so they're still there. You're not all that useless after all. Okay, listen. I've buried even more, and I want you to get it for me. Let's see. There's an islet in the small lake with the 2 waterfalls. One of my caches should be there. There are 2 more spots where I buried something further up, in the high pastures. One spot is behind the farm up there, and the other one's next to the entrance to the pass by the waterfalls. There are stairs leading down from the fields of the farmer up there to those of the landowner. There's another cache in the hollow where the stairs end. I'll wait for you at the crossroads by the landowner's fields. Don't fail me, you'll regret that, Buster.
Against the boars, I'll use at least 1 fireball.
all just gossip. I'm not telling you anything new.
Yeah, get away from here! What do we have here? Don't I know you from somewhere?
Who wants to know?
I'm Buster, one of Lee's mercenaries. And you had better be a little nicer to me, or I'll have your hide. All right, what do you want here?
I know Lee.
Everyone knows Lee. That doesn't mean a thing, pal. Right now, you're talking to me. So where are you headed?
If you say so. I'm on my way to see the landowner.
Indeed. You don't look all that dangerous to me.
I've killed a beast or two on occasion.
Ha! You probably flattened a few weevils in the fields and chased a couple of rats from their holes. We're dealing with orcs here. Well, yeah, and with those scummy city guards.
Impressive.
That's our business, kid. We even produce our own weapons and armor. We defy death every day. But a country bumpkin like you wouldn't know about that.
Whatever you say.
Get a move on, you wimp!
Wait a minute.
What do you want, you wimp?
I challenge you to a duel.
Aha! You won't take this sitting down, huh? All right. Come here.
Defend yourself! Yeah! Let him have it! Not bad.
Oh no, that guy got stuck. So this is one of the places that Greg mentioned.
Nothing to be had there.
I think I've found something.
Nothing to be had there. Nothing there. Nothing to be had there. Nothing there.
You don't have to tell me that.
Hey, you!
All right. You're the better fighter. What do you want?
I want to find out more about the mercenaries in this region.
I can't tell you much about this region. You'd better ask the farmers. And as for us mercenaries, we have a very simple rule. If you can stand your ground, you're in. I think you're made of the right stuff to be one of us. But you shouldn't let it get to your head that you lucked out during our last fight. There are plenty of guys on the farm who are quite a bit better than I am. Sentenza, for one. He guards the entry to the farm. Whatever you do, don't pick a fight with him.
What about this Sentenza?
He'll try to squeeze some gold out of you when you come to the farm. He does that to all newcomers. And if I were you, I'd pay up. That's what I did back then. And the good thing was that he voted for me afterwards. One good turn deserves another, he said. I lost all my gold in the bargain, but it wasn't much to begin with. And I was glad of it in the end. I once watched him beat up a fellow who had decided not to pay him.
Thanks for the hint.
Indeed. Could it be worth anything to you?
Here you are, 5 gold pieces.
Thanks, man. Looks like I can take a few tonight after all. I won't forget this.
I want to join the mercenaries.
Anyone who can whack as hard as you shouldn't have too much trouble around here. My vote doesn't count much, since I haven't been here for long. But when Lee asks me, I'll vote for you.
Yeah, he will not vote for you until you prove how strong you are.
Lee is the leader of the mercenaries, isn't he?
Right. Hey, now I remember where I know you from. You were in the colony, too.
So I was.
I didn't see you when the Big Bang happened. Not for a while before that, either.
I had other problems.
You've missed out on quite a lot, then. Things have changed since we were in the slammer together.
What became of the mercenaries in the colony?
Once the barrier was gone, Lee let us out of the colony. He said that nothing could happen to us if we all stuck together. And he was right. It wasn't too long before we found ourselves a cozy spot right here. The landowner pays us to beat up the militia from the city, and most of us would have volunteered to do that even without pay. But Onar feeds us all, and we can bide our time until we see a good opportunity to get away from this blasted island.
Can you teach me how to fight better?
I might well be able to give you a hint or two.
What's new?
Not much here with us, but ask in the city. I think they're running out of grub.
Tell me about the farm.
Onar hired us to guard his possessions, so don't even think about stealing anything or beating up the farmers. Otherwise you'll be in trouble with us. Got it?
Who's in charge here?
Lee is our boss. Torloff is his right hand. Most of the men follow him because he was their leader back in the colony. And then there's Silvio. He came out of the mountains with his men after Lee arrived. He and his people are only a small part of the mercenaries, but they make a lot of trouble. Those guys are playing their own game, and Silvio is a dirty sumbitch, so be careful when you meet him.
I want to join you.
You? Once Torloff puts you to the test, you've had it, you weenie.
Can't rely on that.
It's a bad business.
Now that guy that's training will want us to clear this cave here. But I'm gonna do it alone. Because why not?
Now there is a potion of dexterity here.
What are you doing here?
I'm preparing for battle.
Why?
Lately, the farmers have had more and more problems with field raiders. A few of them even managed to get themselves eaten. Fat Onar didn't exactly find that amusing. None of us got our pay for a week, and it was more or less my fault. Now Lee wants me to wipe out the creature's nest by myself, and the other boys have already made bets on whether I'll survive.
Are you a good fighter?
I'm fair with a sword, but with a bow, I'm very good. Why do you ask?
Where's the nest?
In the middle of the field here, in the big rock.
We could attack that nest together.
You want to help me? Why?
I want to join you.
Oh, so that's the way it is. You want to prove how good you are. All right. Let's attack the beast together.
Let's attack the nest.
Right now? Or do you need to equip yourself first? You could go back to the farm first.
There's no time like the present.
Good. Then let's see what you got. So, this is where they drag the dead farmers. Disgusting. The filthy things should all be wiped out now. Let's go back.
Wait a minute. What about our agreement?
Are you kidding? You didn't do anything for it.
I think your hide could do with another tanning. I don't like having my leg pulled.
Don't make me cry.
Wait a minute.
All right, you're the better fighter. What do you want?
I think your hide could do with another tanning.
What the devil do you want from me now?
I just love to watch you kiss the mud. Nothing there.
Now I have to go that way. Before I go that way, I'm gonna go this way.
How are things?
So. Those mercenaries aren't much help, really. I had expected them to have a little more guts, at least. But they're just a bunch of braggarts and loudmouths, if you ask me. So what about those things I buried? Have you found them yet?
No, not all of them.
Then hurry up, will you? It can't be all that difficult.
What was your business with the mercenaries?
I already told you I'm looking for this fellow in red armor. But the idiots here have no idea what I'm talking about.
I take it you're looking for someone named Dexter?
Damn it, how would I know the fellow's name?
Maybe we should go and see him together.
I've still got a bone to pick with him. I can handle that by myself.
I know where you can find him.
Really? Tell me.
Not far from here. He seems to be the leader of an evil gang of bandits.
Ha! Yup, that's him. I knew the old landlubber'd hold up here somewhere. Now, all I need to do is scour all the hideouts and rat holes around here. I'll find that bastard. Don't need your help for that.
Where exactly did you bury your stuff again?
Let's see. There's an islet in the small lake with the 2 waterfalls. One of my caches should be there. There are 2 more spots where I buried something further up, in the high pastures. One spot is behind the farm up there, and the other one's next to the entrance to the pass by the waterfalls. There are stairs leading down from the fields of the farmer up there to those of the landowner. There's another cache in the hollow where the stairs end.
That's not what I heard.
The things I could tell you.
Do you really believe that?
Yeah, get away from here!
Now this path here is a very good way to get to the farm. And right here is one of the Greg's treasures.
I think I've found something.
You're the farmer here?
You could say so, but I'm really just a tenant. All the land here is owned by one big farmer.
How do you make a living?
Mostly hunting and the wood we cut. Of course, we also raise sheep and work the land. O&R saddles me with all these laborers, and I have to keep them busy somehow. Only a few of them are good hunters, you see.
Has anything strange happened around here lately?
Many strange things are happening these days, but none as strange as the mysterious disappearance of Pardos. He's one of my field workers, and certainly not the kind who would drop everything overnight and slink off just like that, you see.
What exactly is so strange about his disappearance?
Pardos is such a timid sort. The furthest he's ever been from the farm is to the end of my fields. He would run away at the mere sight of a meat bug. Those things may not be pretty to look at, but you really couldn't call them dangerous. They say there's people who eat them. Gross.
You get used to it. Maybe he was simply fed up.
Working in the fields was his life. I cannot imagine him having gone to work for another farmer. With me, he could do whatever he wanted.
Nobody ever asks me.
Any clues at all?
I think those bandits must have dragged him off. They've been roaming around this area for days now. I once saw them drag a citizen of the town off to their camp. It looked like they were gonna make him a slave.
Where is this bandit camp?
At the far end of my fields, some steps lead down to a small hollow. That's where they have made themselves at home. I'd like to go look for Pardos there, but there's no way I'm going up against those guys. And you had better give him a wide berth, too. They're not known for their sense of humor.
That's totally obvious.
Were the bandits carrying weapons when they passed by here?
What kind of stupid question is that? How would they be bandits if they weren't armed?
I mean a whole load of weapons. A big delivery.
I see. Yes. Now that you mention it, they were carrying lots and lots. Some in barrels, some in bags, and some on the cart they brought.
You're employing day laborers?
Onar sends away the workers he can't use on his farm. Then he sends them to me. I feed them and they work here for me.
What do you think of Onar?
He's a greedy bastard who'll get us all hanged in the end. One of these days, the paladins will come out of the city and make us small farmers bleed for what he's doing here. But I haven't got a choice. The militiamen only come here to collect and not to defend the farm. If I held myself loyal to the city, I'd be very much on my own. At least Onar sends some mercenaries now and then to see how we're doing.
I'm not telling you anything new.
What have you got against the royal troops?
It's obvious. There hasn't been any improvement now that the paladins are in the city. Just the opposite. Now these cursed militiamen come onto our land even more often and steal everything they can, and the paladins don't do a darn thing about it. The only paladins that I've ever seen are the 2 guards at the pass. They wouldn't budge an inch, even if the militia slaughtered us all.
The pass?
Yeah, the pass to the old valley of mines by the waterfalls at the other end of the high pastures. Ask Malik about it. He was there a couple times last week.
That's been known a long time.
So you get the hint from this guy about bandits and the weapons that they were carrying, and then you follow that trail of weapons till you find the bandit camp.
Everything all right?
Yet another day laborer who doesn't know where to go? No problem. Talk with our farmer Bengar.
What are you doing here?
I'm the shepherd here. It's not exactly a demanding job, but now and then you really have to watch out, especially if you get too close to the pass.
What do you know about the pass?
Not much, just that it leads to the old valley of mines that was surrounded by the barrier until a few weeks ago. Back then, the only thing we farmers had to be afraid of was the monthly caravan that took all kinds of goods to the valley of mines. Those cutthroats often made life difficult for us out here.
Where can I find the pass to the old valley of mines?
Near the 2 waterfalls on the other side of the high pastures.
What is it they say about the valley of mines?
All sorts of things. Some of the boys say they've heard screams at night. Some have seen strange lights over the mountains. But if you ask me, it's all just old wives' tales.
Have you ever been to the valley of mines?
No, but I go near the pass once in a while. Then I always see those 2 paladins who stand around and keep watch. It looks like they're making sure that nothing comes out of the valley. Back then, the valley of mines was a natural prison. If you went in, you never came out again.
Tell me more about the paladins. How long have they been posted there?
A week or 2, I suppose. I don't know exactly. Some time ago, there was even a whole troop of them that disappeared into the pass. Since then, I haven't seen them again.
I don't see any women here at all.
You got that right. This is a man's farm, so to speak. Works pretty well, I think.
Don't work too hard.
I'll try.
So this is another Greg's treasure.
I think I've found something.
And the next one, he said to follow the stairs. And this should be the last Greg's treasure spot.
I think I've found something.
There are some bandits there. I'm gonna deal with them soon-ish.
Hey, you!
I found your buried things.
Then you should be carrying about 100 gold coins, a golden chalice, a silver dish, and an amulet, and they're all mine. Give them here.
Here's your stuff. A bag with 100 gold coins, a golden chalice, a silver dish, and an amulet.
Very good. You're lucky that you weren't dumb enough to simply take the stuff and run. Here's your share of the booty.
Now there's a guy here that's gonna stop me and demand a gold. But what happens if you go around him?
No one really wants to hear that.
He thinks it's as easy as...
Wait a minute, pal. I didn't see Sentenza search you. Sentenza, come here. One moment. He'll be right here. Then you're in for a nasty surprise.
Somebody wants to know.
That's the first I've heard. Oh my god!
So yeah, he attacks you. However, there is a cool little interaction if you get rid of Sentenza without talking to him.
Put that weapon down!
Hey, you're not quite as stupid as you look. Put down that weapon. Put that away, or you're in for it. I warned you.
I also want to get him far away.
You'll regret this.
So if you kill him, and then go back to the other guy, but the only way to get this dialogue is to not interact with Sentenza. So the only way to get this is don't interact with him, get rid of him, and then go to the farm.
Wait a minute, pal. I didn't see Sentenza search you. Where is he, anyway? Well, doesn't matter. You got lucky.
It's so cool that that line exists. I love it. You'll probably never get it, never see it, but it's so cool that it's there. Now I wanna beat Sentenza, not pay him, to get another dialogue.
Where do you think you're going?
I wanted to have a look around, that's all.
There's a heap of trouble here for men like you. Are you telling me you just want to look around? Ha! So you're headed for the farm. Why else would you have trudged all the way here, So don't give me any of that bullshit, and let me search you and you can go on your way.
Just keep your fingers to yourself.
Or what?
Or you won't be able to search anyone for quite a while.
We'll see about that.
Don't stop now! Don't stop now! Finish him! Don't stop now! Don't stop now! Finish him!
Don't stop now! Don't
Finish
stop
him!
now! Don't stop now!
All right, you win. What do you want?
And? How are things?
Not many people come this way, but up to now, every one of them has paid my toll. Except you.
I have come to join you.
Nice for you. Do you understand that the mercenaries are going to vote whether you get to join them or not?
Will you vote for me?
Just because you beat me? No.
And? How are things?
Not many people come except you.
Will you vote for me?
Just because you beat me? No.
Okay, now I'm not gonna fight Sentenza because I want his vote. But before I continue all of this, there's a guy on the farm called Lee. You might know him from Gothic 1. If you ask Lee about Ring of Water, then Laris won't be able to help you to join any of the communities the fast, speedy way. He won't give you any of the quests to join them. So, since those are very short and quick quests, I'm gonna do them right away, and then I'm gonna continue the game the normal, usual, slower way.
Hey, you!
This line here disappears if you ask Lee about Ring of Water.
Vatras said you could help me join a community.
Getting tired of being the underdog, are you? All right, I see your point. I can exert my influence with the mercenaries if you want to join Lee. And I'm sure we can find a way to get you into the monastery soon. But the easiest thing would certainly be for you to join the militia. Which community do you prefer?
The militia.
Yes, I can imagine you'd like that, eh? Read the law to other people while you're pocketing their purses. The paladins have set up their provisions store by the harbor. Their provisions master is a good friend of mine. Maybe he can do something for you. His name is Martin.
Everybody knows by now.
So this is just a fast way to join all three communities. I'm just gonna do all of these quests to show them, and then I'm gonna continue the playthrough normally.
Only in us decides what's right or wrong.
And join the communities the normal way, the slower way.
Hey!
Laris sent me. He said you could help me.
So? He did. Then fire away. What do you want from me?
I want to join the militia.
Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you? We don't just take on ragbags like you for no good reason. You'd probably have to.
Spare me the drivel. Tell me what I have to do to join you.
Okay. Then pay attention. The job of the provisions master is hell, let me tell you. Managing all the crates and sacks in this place is bad enough. But every time I spend an evening in Cardiff's tavern, someone busies himself with the crates here, and when I come back the next morning, something is missing. Strangely enough, the paladins never see anything. I'm going crazy. I can't spend the entire night standing around here like an idiot. You, on the other hand...
I get it. I'm supposed to keep watch here while you hang around in the tavern.
Take it or leave it.
I'll watch over your provisions crates tonight.
Sweet. Good. Then come back tonight and keep an eye on the stuff here. In the meantime, I'll be in Cardiff's tavern.
He didn't get that from me.
You can't rely on that.
He would have never thought of that himself.
That was not
What do you... Smart kid.
He really didn't deserve that.
He would have never thought of that himself.
It had to happen sooner or later.
path of virtue.
If he doesn't see that, I can't help him.
Get so worked up.
That's been known a long
That's no
time.
secret. Nobody wants to know. It had to happen sooner.
I agree with you completely.
Get so worked up.
He listened to the wrong
That's
people.
no secret.
Hey, you!
Fair punishment. You can't rely on
What are you doing there?
Well,
Ever change?
Nobody wants to
it's
know.
none of your business.
That's
Get
no
lost.
Martin will be so happy when I tell him who's been rummaging through his
Only
belongings
Genos
while he's
decides
gone.
what's right or wrong.
You do whatever you want. I'll be on my way then, little man.
More, believe me. I couldn't care less.
It's really not my
His
problem.
deeds were just.
That's all just gossip.
And there's more. I used to say that myself. You don't have to tell me.
Where did you pick that up?
Better watch obvious. Tell why. That's nothing. I might get so worked up. I don't want to
I caught the thief. It's Rangar who is poking through your stocks.
Well, finally. At least now I know I have to keep an eye on. The bastard. There'll be one heck of a dust-up if I catch him at it. I've always wondered why none of the paladins saw anything.
And? Why?
It's obvious. The idiots can't tell those of us in the militia apart from one another. To them, we all look alike. That was good work, mate. If I can do anything for you, just say the word.
You know what I want from you.
Oh, yeah. You want to join the militia, right? You've already proven your abilities to me. Well, let me put it this way. I'd rather know you're on our side than on someone else's. That's why I'll help you. Take this letter of recommendation from me and show it to Andre, our paladin commander. You'll find him in the barracks. I'm sure he can use you.
I've heard a thing or two. Don't say you know that. Don't say you know that. Do you really think as much? Why haven't I heard that from me? Do you really think it's gonna change? I can't believe that.
He never would have thought of that himself.
Is it really true?
These are bad times.
I'd have thought about it differently.
Look, I've got this letter of recommendation from your provisions master.
What? Show me. Well, I'll be. This must have cost you quite an effort. It's no easy feat to get something like this out of Martin. All right, I'm convinced. If Martin vouches for you, I shall let you join. Let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready to join the militia.
Martin, the provisions master, vouches for you and has even recommended you. That alone is enough for me. You can join us if you wish, but your decision will be final. Once you wear the armor of the militia, you cannot simply take it off and no longer belong to us. Are you prepared to fight together with us for Innos and the king?
I'm ready.
Then so shall it be. Welcome to the militia. Here is your armor. Wear it with pride and dignity.
Okay, now let's do the
Hey,
monastery one.
Vatras said you could help.
All right, I can, and I'm sure we. But the ease, which
Don't tell this to anyone.
The fire magicians.
That's what
I bet Vatras didn't foresee that, or he wouldn't have sent you to me. Joining the monastery is expensive. Those boys won't even let you in unless you pay them a tribute. And the only one who could do anything about that is Vatras himself. You had better talk to him again about this.
Everybody knows by now. That's terrible. That's not what my husband thinks.
Lares said that you could help me get into the monastery of the fire magicians.
Is that your choice? The way of the fire?
Yes, I want to become a fire magician.
As far as I know, they gladly accept novices in their monastery. So why would you need my help?
The novice in front of the monastery wants me to pay a tribute to enter, a sheep and a load of gold.
I cannot grant you entry into the monastery myself. I am a water mage, as you know, but I am very well acquainted with Darren, the fire magician. He spends most of his time in the marketplace, collecting alms for his church. But I have heard that he is not only in town to raise some funds. He told me about a statuette that was stolen from him. It was very important to him. He will surely allow you to enter the monastery if you can get it back for him. Of course, if you should decide to join the Circle of Fire, you can still become a member of the Ring. If you prove yourself worthy, that is.
Now, I already have the statue. Got it from Greg's quest, from the goblins in the cave.
That's what I've always said. Honestly, I witnessed it myself. Go away. Don't tell me that.
I heard rumors about a statuette you have supposedly lost.
Have you now?
Everybody knows by now.
You can only have heard that from Vatras, the water mage.
What's the problem?
A very valuable statuette has been sent to the monastery from the mainland, but it never arrived at the monastery.
Has the ship been raided?
Really?
No.
How interesting.
It got to Corinus, safe and sound, and I went to collect it there.
That's what I've always said.
Then, when I was on my way to the monastery, a band of goblins got hold of it. Now, don't you look at me that way. We magicians are only human too, you know.
Honestly, I witnessed it myself.
Didn't you try to get that statuette back?
Of course I did it. I searched for it high and low, but to no avail.
I've always said I can't take care of everything for everybody.
Where was it that you lost that statuette?
I was on my way to the monastery near Orland's Tavern.
Orland's Tavern. Where would that be?
If you leave the city by this gate here and simply follow the path, you will come to a house that stands by itself. That's Orland's Tavern. The dead party.
That's an open secret.
You said that the goblins have it now?
They stole it and made off into the underbrush with it. I never saw them again.
I don't believe that.
They're probably holding up in some pit in the ground.
I've heard enough. I'll find the thing for you.
May Enos guide you and protect you from the dangers that await you outside the city gates.
And it's gonna get even worse. If I hadn't seen it with my
I found your statuette.
Praise be to Enos!
What will you do with it now?
Nothing at all. It brought me nothing but bad luck. You'll take it back to the monastery for me, my son. Naturally, they won't let you in unless you dedicate the rest of your life to serving the monastery. But I'm sure you won't mind doing that if it means you can be of service to me. Right? Go with Enos, my son.
That's an open secret.
I've got this statuette here. I think they're missing it in the monastery. Can I come in now?
Well, under these truly exceptional circumstances, you are free to become a novice.
I want to become a novice.
Is that really what you wish to do? For you must know that there will be no turning back for you then.
Yes, I want to dedicate my life to the service of Enos.
Then be welcome, brother. I give to you the key to the monastery gate. As a sign of your free decision, it is up to you to open the gate and step through. You are now a novice. Wear this robe as a sign that you are now a member of this brotherhood. When you are in the monastery, go to Parlan. He'll see to your needs from now on.
Will my transgressions be forgiven now?
Not yet. Speak to Master Parlin. He will bless you and wash you clean of your sins.
And the last quest.
Hey!
The mercenaries.
I'm sure that Lee will accept you, but first you're going to have to pass a test. Go and talk to Cord on Onar's farm. He can help you with your test. Tell him that you reside beneath my wing. He'll understand.
You don't say.
Hey!
If you have a problem with wolves or field raiders, go talk to one of the younger mercenaries. You can come to me when the paladins show up here.
What?
Whenever one of you peasants comes to me, it's always about slaughtering innocent beasts.
I'm not a peasant.
Oh? What is it you want then?
I want to become a mercenary.
You look more like someone who's been born to work in the field, boy. Can you wield a weapon then? So, how about one-handed weapons?
Well...
And two-handed weapons then?
I'm surely gonna get better.
In other words, you're a damn greenhorn. Each mercenary needs to be able to rely on his comrades. All our lives depend on that. As long as you barely know how to wield a weapon, you're in the wrong place here.
I've heard that you belong to the Ring of Water.
What rat has not been able to keep his big trap shut?
Lares said you could help me if I told you that I reside beneath his wing.
Looks like I've got a deal with you now, doesn't it? All right. So what do you need? And be damn careful about what you tell me. For if I don't like what I hear, I just might skin you alive.
You could help me to get accepted by the mercenaries.
I can just see it now. Right, I'll try. What else?
Teach me how to fight.
All right, what else?
That's all.
That shouldn't be too hard. And woe betide you if I hear that you can't keep your trap shut. And I'm only saying this once, understand?
Help me become a mercenary.
Let me think. You've got to get past Torloff if you want to make any progress here. Have you already seen Torloff about it?
Not really.
So go ahead. Take care of it and then come back here.
I'll deal with the militia, don't worry.
The farmer Bengar has complained that lately the militia from the city has been getting on his nerves. They're pressuring the farmer, probably trying to make him break with Onar. I want you to go to his farm and make it clear to the militia that they have no business there. Questions?
How can I find Bengar's farm?
In the southwest of the valley is a big stairway that leads to a high plain. That's where Bengar's farm is. If you get lost, ask the farmers in the fields how to find your way around the area.
This is gonna change.
Don't tell me he didn't know that. If he doesn't see that, I can't help him.
You have to step in and sort things out as much.
Do you really believe that? That's really not my problem.
I've got my own opinion about that.
Help me become a mercenary.
Let me think. You've got to get past Torloff if you want to make any progress here. Have you already seen Torloff about it?
Yes, that's with the test and everything.
What test would that be?
I'm supposed to drive the militia away from Bengar's farm.
Ah, yes. That's easy. Listen, come back tomorrow. I'll have taken care of it by then. But you're going to have to do something for me in return.
And what would that be?
Not far from here, to the southeast, there's a small bandit camp in the mountains. If you go southeast from here, you'll soon see the tower there. One of my people, Patrick, left several days ago to do business with those varmints. Well, I told him it was a rotten idea. But that idiot wouldn't listen to me. I assume they've made short work of him. But I don't know for sure. You're going to find out for me.
And what makes you so sure that they won't make short work of me, too?
The fact that I know the name of their leader. It's Dexter. You'll simply claim that you know the guy. His men will think twice before they wring your neck just for the heck of it. It could still get dangerous, of course, but you can handle that.
A mercenary named Patrick's been seen here.
Patrick, huh? No idea what you're talking about. I do recall some loud-mouthed mercenary who hung out with the boys out there sometimes, but I haven't seen him in ages. Maybe he got himself hanged at last. I wouldn't know.
I don't believe a word you're saying.
Hey, it's true. I swear on my mother's grave.
I went to see Dexter.
And?
There was no trace up there of your buddy Patrick. Dexter remembered him, but he said it had been ages since he'd seen him.
And you're sure that Dexter didn't lie to you?
No, I'm not. But this is all I can tell you.
I don't get it. He seemed to have vanished off the face of the earth. Well, you've kept your side of the bargain.
What about Torlov's test now?
Don't worry, you can go back to Torlov. Your task is fulfilled and you've passed the test. I told you I would take care of it.
Better off myself.
I used to say that myself. I'm not touching that. Never that all alone.
That's
The things I could tell you. That isn't true.
Well, how can I earn?
For most of them. Well, you'll have... Some will try and... You should... If...
How's my reputation among the mercenaries?
Let's see. It's Cord's opinion that you first need to learn how to handle weapons better. Raul's against you. I think he can't stand you. I don't need to say anything about Silvio and Bolko. Those two morons are against everyone. Buster says you're okay. You convinced most of them by passing the test. Even if Cord had a little hand in it. You have my vote in any case. You're far from done, kid. If you want us to accept you, you'll have to do something for it.
And that's about it when it comes to Laris helping you. I'm gonna do the rest of this anyway, when I do it the normal way. So yeah, I'm gonna reload and continue this normally.